The Style Method Podcast, helping you avoid fashion disasters one sassy tip at a time. Celebrity and high-end personal stylist Amy Salinger dives into style wins, fashion fails, and closet confessions with women of all shapes, budgets, and lifestyles. Expect expert tips, unfiltered advice, and maybe a little tough love, all in the name of great style. It's time to unlock your signature look. Welcome back to the Style Method Podcast, where it's real talk, real style, real you. I'm your host, Amy Salinger, celebrity and high-end personal stylist and founder of the Style Method System. And today, I have got Marchelle Charles joining me for some closet confessions. She is the owner of Beautiology. She is a certified skincare expert, makeup artist, all the things face physical beauty to go along with us discussing how your fashion is part of your confidence. So is your skincare. All of these things are combined. And we dive into Marchelle's personal journey with the fact that she has nothing to wear, like quite literally. There is things in her closet, but they don't fit her current life, her size, who she is, what she does. So we learn in real time. Just because you have a closet full of clothing does not mean you have something to wear. When nothing to wear is real, right now on the Style Method Podcast. So we have Marchelle Charles joining us, beauty expert, makeup expert, skincare experts, all the experts to make your face fabulous. Hello, Marchelle, and welcome to the Style Method Podcast.
Hi, Amy. Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited that you're here, and I'm so excited that we can talk about all things related to feeling and looking your best, because obviously that's what this entire podcast is about. You and I are in the outward confidence building business. Why don't you tell the audience a little bit about what you do, what's your typical type of clientele? Just give us the little ins and outs of your awesome business.
Thank you so much again for having me. If I would speak about like my clients, my clientele can range from a 13-year-old who's having their bat mitzvah to a 75-year-old woman who wants to renew her vows. So it's just everybody in between there. And it's, you start off with special events, but then there's always like maintenance in between. So we want to take care of your skin in between. When you want to get your makeup done, we take care of your makeup. And at the spa, we also do like spray tans, waxing, lash lifts, like all the beauty things. And then I go through a lot of emotions and roller coasters with my clients as well. So, from divorces to birthdays to newborns, it's all a mix of everything. So I just love it.
But this is the thing, is that like when you understand people and their lives and all the, millions of things that could be going on, being able to help with confidence building on the outside so they feel good and look good no matter what the hell is going on in their life is the biggest, honestly, biggest joy of my life.
Yeah.
How do people have access to you and some of your tips and tricks and ways to like be able to do home care?
Oh yeah, you can follow me on Instagram. I have my personal page, Marchelle Charles Beauty, and then I also have Beautiology Spa as the spa page. So you can go on either avenue, whichever one you're really looking for. And I also do have a consulting page, but I'm just starting that business. So it's come to me.
We'll work our way up to it. Congratulations on leaping. I know the net will appear, which is one of the big things that I say. So let's jump into it. As always, of course, I had you take the style adjective quiz because that is the number one thing that everybody needs to do when they're starting on this journey. This is your forever filter for everything that you do. It is 4 simple questions. You just have to pick your favorite picture and you come out the other side with your style adjectives that will allow you to clean out your closet better, shop better, organize all your things better, style for different events better, all the things that make your life easier and better, because getting dressed should be the most exciting part of your day, not the most annoying. This is not rocket science, everybody. So what are your style adjectives? What did you come up with?
4 were casual, minimal, preppy, and timeless.
Okay. And how many of those resonate with you? Because I know you were a little surprised by some of them, and I want to dive into that.
I think it's pretty spot on. The preppy, like I was like, but the more that I look at the things in my closet, there are some preppy elements in there. So I
Right,
was like, you
right.
know what? All right. I was like, okay,
Amy's got this figured out. You know, the way I explain it to people is some of the style adjectives are not blaring, they're not like so obvious, and there's different directions you can go when you get something like this. It's either the aspirational idea where you see a cute outfit on some girl, you know, at the mall, for example, and you're like, oh my God, I love her outfit, but then you're like, yeah, I could never wear that. It's
Mhm.
more like analyze the details, like what's going on. Maybe there's a little bit of prep thrown in there, and you're going to pull out that little bit of prep, and that's the aspirational thing you're going to put on yourself. Or maybe it is just like you said, you do have little things to like dip your toe in the preppy pond. That doesn't mean that you're wearing Argyle from head to toe, if you will. Now that we've established that, maybe the quiz actually worked. As I like to say, it works 99.9% of the time, even if you are surprised. And it's so easy. Please go to stylemethodpodcast.com, take the quiz, get your results. So, with that said, you did send me over what I refer to as a fashion win and a fashion fail. But I also, you said the fashion fail, by the way, kudos to you, was actually much harder to find.
Yeah.
So that just means you look fabulous all the time?
Like I've always loved fashion. So I've always been able to piece things together, but
Right.
sometimes I'm like, oh no, what am I doing? Like, and it's just that's probably like the everyday that you don't have on camera. You know what I mean? Like those are the
Yeah.
fashion fails that probably,
Exactly, because most people don't take pictures of their fashion fails. So
yeah.
let's talk about your fashion win, where all the elements for you did come together. You picked an Hervé Leger red bandage dress, which I might add, we will show this picture on the screen so we can show everybody the hotness. You're looking absolutely fabulous in this. Why don't you give us the background on this and how you ended up in the showstopper of a dress?
I must say I did have a stylist.
Really?
I went to Nordstrom
Okay.
because I was like, oh my God, I have a party and I don't have anything to wear. This is what usually happens. It's very last minute. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh, I mean, you're not the first. You won't be the last. Most of the world shops the way you just said, which is last minute, emergency, oh shit shopping, as I refer to it. Stop and take a moment, and we're going to dive into this. Dr. Salinger, let me put on my hat here, my therapy hat. And I'm going to ask you an open-ended question, the way every therapist loves to do, which is really kind of annoying. Why do you think that you're last minute emergency shopping?
Because I always feel like I don't have anything in my closet. So I put myself last. And even though it was my birthday, I was kind of like, oh, like planning the birthday was more important to me than the actual outfit. Like it should have been the opposite, right? I should have had the outfit and been like, okay, guys, we're going somewhere. Now we got to find the place. But that never happens for me. So
That's okay. That's the reality of your life, which I also like to make sure we touch upon. The reality of your life is you're putting yourself last. There's not enough time in the day. You're always doing other things. But guess what this is causing? The symptom is that you don't feel like you have anything and you always have to go out and buy something. And then you buy something that's emergency. I would take a hot second and do the what types of things do I need? What types of things am I looking for? And create that capsule shopping list. And this can only happen in looking through your wardrobe. And then you don't need to buy everything all at once. You always refer back to that list and start slowly buying things on that list. And then you're able to mix and match and wear things more than one time. Love things because you took a little bit more time on them. This is the perfect segue. We're doing the outfit equation challenge.
oy,
And I can tell, see, noise effects. She's already oiling the situation.
oy, oy.
It's going to be an interesting outfit equation challenge because something you told me off camera. Why don't you share with the audience what you told me as I was like, where's your item I'm going to build an outfit around?
Shoes.
All I have is shoes.
Yeah. Because
So we
I
have
feel,
no physical clothing.
I mean, I do, but a lot of the stuff I don't fit in. So I will try it on and I'm like, oh, don't fit in that anymore because after having my son, I dropped weight and I was like less than what I was before having him.
Yep.
But then stress of life and everything got to me. And now I'm like, a little bit bigger than I've ever been.
Girl,
So,
I got you. This is called the life of a human. It's not even just being female. Females, it's a little bit more to be in my experience working with men and women, but everybody fluctuates. Everybody's going through different seasons. And so we'll add yet another episode into this, which is the concept of when do I keep things? When do I toss things? The shifting, fluctuating weight situation is a real game. And so one of the rules that I tend to give people in reference to this, because I like to be as black and white as possible, is that if there is something that's been hanging in your closet for over a year, and it's not, for example, an Hervé Leger dress that you spent over $1,000 on, you need to start giving it a hard look as to like, am I going to get back to this weight? A, and B, is it even worth this piece taking up not only physical space in my closet, but emotional and mental space in my brain? Because
yeah.
that's what having all this extra stuff is doing. It's actually creating clutter in your closet, but more so in your brain.
Mhm.
And it being right in front of you every time you open the closet means your closet is mocking you. It's like, you used to be this size one time. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah,
yeah, I
you're
remember.
right.
I don't even think, like most people in the world, that you need to start with shopping. You need to start with really giving an iron fist to your closet and saying, what am I evolving into? What does my life truly look like now? Does this still serve me? Does it match my style? Adjectives. That's a really big one to help you get rid of things. And like, is this worth keeping in the small section in the back of your closet? Well, maybe I'll get back into this and I really do love it and I could use it. That needs to be a small section. When that starts outweighing what you're actually wearing, then we've got problems. So I want you to keep that in the back, and I want out of sight, out of mind. I want everything that's in front of you. You know you love it, you know it fits your current life, and you know that when you put it on, it brings you joy. So that was a very long introduction to the outfit equation challenge. We're back. All right. So let's talk about the event that you have coming up, and then we'll identify the 4 things that are worth knowing to put together an outfit.
Okay, so I have my friend's bridal shower. It's going to be in Sacramento, California, and it's like a brunch lunch.
Type of situation. We'll do the first thing. Location, Sacramento. I have no idea what the weather is in Sacramento because California can be like any temperature depending on where you are.
Yeah, so it's more Northern California, like closer to the Bay Area. So it's going to most likely be around like 50, 60 degrees
Yeah. Okay,
and
so
possibly
a little
rainy.
bit chillier,
Yeah,
a lot chillier, in fact, than what
than
you would think of
SoCal.
as Southern
Yeah,
California. Okay, then that's the location. Um, the event is lunchy, brunchy, baby shower type
bridal
situation.
shower.
Bridal shower, excuse me, bridal shower. Sorry, location besides Sacramento. Do you know where this event is being held at?
The Clayton Club.
The Clayton Club. I'm assuming that sounds upscale just the way you're saying it. Is this so it is
At the Hyatt
essentially
Centric.
okay, all right. So we're thinking like fabulous, feminine, get together, upscale. We're loving this. We know the weather, we know the location. Who is the audience?
Close
Friends,
friends and
family?
family. Yeah.
All right. I'm assuming well, what? I shouldn't assume anymore. It's a bridal shower. Is it all women or is it a mix of genders?
I think it's going to be women the way that the invitation says. Oh, actually, I didn't even. Ooh, this was a very big thing that I read over. She wants guests to wear shades of green, inspired by plants and nature and promise of new beginnings. Wow.
Oh my God. Thank you, Lord, that we're doing this podcast episode because you would have shown up in like
Blue,
all black with
literally, literally blue.
the
Literally.
wrong. I wonder how many people are not going to read that, by the way. That's a very big ask, actually, for a dress code. She's being real specific. All right. So, something to always check on an invite is what is the dress code? Thank God we just
Number one.
checked. Number 1, check the dress code. That should be part of the outfit equation, by the way, but it's rare that you get as specific of a dress code as that. So, I'm glad that we touched upon that. So, read it one more time for me.
Okay. Tia requests guests wear shades of green, her favorite color, inspired by plants, nature, and the promise of new beginnings.
Okay, all right. I heard shades of green and then a whole lot of other words, which are beautiful, but shades of green is the most important thing here. And then the activity, I'm assuming, is like bridal shower related things. You'll be sitting, you'll be standing, maybe a few little games, all the things, but that's really related to your comfort throughout the day. So now we've revamped this entire thing, and you did take out a pair of black leather knee-high heeled boots as our starting point, which, by the way, can still be our starting point, but I would probably go more in the heel arena with something like
Yeah,
this, like
definitely.
especially with the way that she's writing the dress code vibe. Let's lean into this feminine bridal shower thing of new beginnings. I love that. So show me the pair of heels that I think you pulled a pair of heels as well, yes?
Yeah. Yeah, I did, but I feel like it's completely off. There are these like Mary Jane. These are like my
I'm
dancing.
not, yeah, but I'm not, no, I'm actually not mad at these. I mean, they're kind of an interesting color. They're almost like a peachy tan. Would
Yeah,
you
it's
say that? What's
camel,
it?
camel with a little suede actually.
Camel with a little suede. All right. We've got a camel with a little suede, patent leather on the toe, patent leather on the heel, suede in the body. It is a Mary Jane. It is a platform Mary Jane, and we're getting a very high heel, which I actually think could play very well into this because feminine. There's actually a little kitsch with it being a trendy Mary Jane of the moment, but I like the idea of it leaning into the feminine for this particular event, and it's a neutral. So it's gonna kind of like blend with your skin tone on the bottom of your fit on the bottom of your foot, acting as a nude, meaning said green elements are going to be able to pop. But herein lies the problem. What green things do you even own? And by the way, you don't have to be draped in green.
Yeah.
I want to make it easier for you. We can have elements of green. Do you even have any elements of green? All right, through the magic of editing, we have grabbed two items, one of which is a pair of Kelly green pants, which I actually love these pants,
I
but there's a
love,
big but.
you know.
What's the big but?
Besides that, they are beautifully Diane von Furstenberg. It's a size zero, and I can't
Okay.
fit it.
So, reality upon reality, here's a fun game. When's the last time you wore these pants?
Last time I probably wore them, it's probably a good 7 years ago.
Okay. What do you think when you hear yourself say that?
What do I hear myself say?
No, what do you think in terms of like how many things like this? Because 7 years,
Oh yeah.
right, that's a long time. And here's the other reality is that I too have gotten rid of things that I'm like, oh, I wish I could fit back into that again. But I also give myself grace of saying, you know what? It's okay if I don't fit back in these, and I'm going to hand them off to someone that I love and is smaller than me, which, by the way, is the best way to get rid of things because then you know what home they're going to,
That's
and you
true.
know who's going to love them and who's going to enjoy them. And you're giving yourself more space in your closet to bring in even just a few things that fit properly and bring you that same joy. The only thing those pants are doing is saying, let's wait another 7 years and maybe they'll get into these. It's like, this is going to be the first thing you're going to toss after this podcast. Okay, girl? Breathe, breathe. And remember, are you going to miss these? You haven't even worn them in 7 years. When's the last time you
I
thought
like,
about them?
like seeing it in my closet. I don't know. This is a nice green. It's a beautiful color.
So let's get you something that's a beautiful green that actually fits.
Yeah.
All right. I'm giving you a
Besides money.
challenge.
Besides money.
But it doesn't have to be DVF. And by the way, money is relative in terms of how you do it. Luxury consignment shopping, girl, make it your friend. You can go get DVF pants like that for literally $30 if you do it right. Because
Yeah.
I firmly believe in quality. I don't believe in paying full price for everything. It's just ridiculous. And there's so many different opportunities with luxury resale these days that you can access online. You don't even have to go to the store. Type in green pants on, again, we'll use the Real Rail as an example, and you're going to see, and only click filters your size at the moment and see what they got. You have no idea how many things I've found this way. All right. Are you going to do
Mhm.
it?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're going to do it. What's the other green thing that we've got?
It's actually a clutch. It's a
Oh
really
my God,
nice.
I own the same clutch. Get
Do
out of
you?
here.
Do you? I love this.
It is a Kelly green. It's almost like an ostrich material. So it's a little bumpy, small leather with a black, beautiful bar across the front and a little bit of silver detail. It has an Art Deco vibe to it, which is something I love. Oh my God, it's like you couldn't have played this better. I got this at a luxury consignment store. All
Oh,
right, we'll loop it around. I have owned this bag for easily 15 years, if not
yeah.
more. She is such a specific color and such a specific vibe that I don't wear her often. But when I do wear her around the holidays a lot because of this beautiful bright green color, and I do it with a red lip, she is the star of my outfit, and everybody wants to know where I got her from. She doesn't take up a lot of space. She doesn't mock me for being a different size. She's there. She brings me joy. She makes me happy, and she comes out when she needs to. And nobody else has this bag, but apparently the two of us, because I have never seen it.
I'm done.
All right, we are going to make this your come to life item. I would say that so that you don't spend millions of dollars on something new, you don't need to buy, I mean, a green dress. You're not going to buy a green dress and wear this green dress anywhere besides the shower. You could literally redo a little black dress, maybe in an A-line format because it's throwing it to the more feminine side. Wear this green bag, bring in some fun green earrings to pull out that Kelly green up to the top. And you will then have enough green elements to be leaning into what she's requested. But you're going to have a little black dress that you can reuse over and over for a million different occasions, part of your oh shit collection, which is, oh shit, I've been invited somewhere. What the hell am I going to wear? Well, you have this one dress that you can restyle a million different ways. And so you're conquering all of these different issues in one fell swoop. And sure, you'll have on a little black dress, but you make sure you don't put that clutch down so you have all the green that you can in this situation. How do you feel about that as an option?
That sounds great.
How long do you have until this occasion?
It's gonna be January 24th, so
Okay,
a couple weeks.
couple weeks. Do you have a little black dress that leans into the feminine side?
I believe so.
All right. I want to make sure that when you go to this event, you're either buying something or using something. The earrings are going to be the other really important thing. Go in that bright green arena. I want some pictures, some videos. We're going to throw it up right at the end of this and show how well you'll get to see this bag that I'm freaking out that you have. If you are listening, amazing. But go to YouTube if you want the visual or Style Method podcast. You'll be able to get the visual there. Thank you so, so much for joining me, Marchelle. I really enjoyed this. It was so great having you. I can't wait to see your full outfit. And good luck with the business and all things of creating confidence for women in this world.
All right. Thank you so much, Amy.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Marchelle, for joining the Style Method podcast. It was so much fun having you on. I really appreciate your openness, your honesty. I think so many women can relate to the oh shit shopping, the panic shopping that you do that gets the job done, but it doesn't truly make you feel amazing. You end up with more fine in strong quotations in your wardrobe. And I want to end that epidemic. So where can you learn more to end this epidemic in your own wardrobe? Go to the Style Method podcast. Take the style adjective quiz. It is the starting point, the launching point for changing your relationship with your own personal style. And of course, follow me on any of the social at Style Method Co. That's CO. And of course, most important, share this episode with a friend who needs a style boost. Bring some joy to someone's daily fashion life. Thanks again, and I will catch you next time at the Style Method podcast.